Okay, so our first factor is to consider the price elasticity. So when one side has a high price elasticity, that means the price is quite elastic or sensitive. So the demand is going to be quite sensitive to a price change. Okay, so if it have high price elasticity, that may be if the price is increased by $1, many people don't want to use this product anymore. If that's the case, we say it's quite price sensitive. So if you have two sides where one side has high price elasticity, one side has low price elasticity, then what should you do? You as a platform, you should charge more from the side with a lower price elasticity. If the price elasticity is low, that means if you increase the price for quite a large number, they don't care at all. They don't care about price. They are not sensitive to price change. If that's the case, of course you want to take money from them. If he or she does not care about money, charge them. On the other hand, you are not going to charge those with high price elasticity. You are going to give them some discounts. You just give them $1, $2, and then many people join, right? If they are price sensitive. So you're going to give discounts to the high elasticity side and get some money from those low elasticity side. So let's review those examples. For C2C marketplace, typically we believe that sellers are having lower price elasticity. Why is that? Because buyers are already paying those sellers. If you are already paying those sellers, you feel that you are already paying something and so that you may obtain your product. If you already paid $50 and the platform charged you $5 more, you will feel angry, okay? Because you already paid $50. But if you as a seller, you already obtained $50 and then the platform asks you to take $5 to give to him, then pretty much you feel fine. You already used the platform to earn $50. If that's $5 as some kind of transaction fee, kind of feel fine. So it's easier to ask the seller to give you $5, right? If that's the case, that means the sellers who are receiving money already, they have lower price elasticity. Job searching websites, companies are having lower price elasticity compared to applicants, right? There are, of course, still some applicants who are willing to pay those websites some money so that they may get jobs. But if you compare applicants to companies, obviously companies are willing to pay more to use the service. All right? So that's why companies are having lower price elasticity, so it's easier to get money from companies. How about search engines? Well, there are searchers and there are advertisers. These are individuals, they don't have money. These are companies, they want to sell something to consumers. Obviously, those advertisers, they are having lower price elasticity. So Google is better to take money from them. It's more efficient. This somehow is more efficient than just selling service to searchers. That's what Google believes. Okay, so that's about price elasticity. The second thing that we may want to consider is about the marginal cost of growing. So the marginal cost of growing of a site is the additional operating cost the platform need to spend to serve one additional user at that site. Okay? So very quickly, let's take a look at C2C marketplace. If you have a C2C marketplace, you have the buyer side and you have the seller side. If we want to add a buyer, okay, so you already have eBay, Amazon, Taobao, whatever, there are already so many consumers, so many buyers, right? If one additional user sign up, register in, for example, Amazon, we add a buyer. I guess you also agree that the marginal cost of serving that additional buyer is almost nothing. The website is already there, the servers are already there, and the customer support team is already there. Adding one additional buyer almost means no cost for Amazon. Alright? Adding a seller is also not so costly, but still there are some marginal cost of growing that the buyer does not incur. So for example, if you are a seller, you typically use more connection resources or website resources, right? You need to upload a lot of photos or sometimes even videos. You need to write down a lot of words to describe your products. You need to log on, log in, log on, log out quite frequently to check the products or the status of your selling. You, in many cases, need to call those customer supports. You need to check your inventory with them. You need to check the account, and you need to check the money or the account balance with them. So in all cases, if you are a seller, you interact more with the platform. That's some more marginal cost you need to pay. You as a server need to pay to serve one additional seller. Okay? So regarding this, we may say the sellers are having higher marginal cost of growing, while the buyers have lower marginal cost of growing. Then the rule is here, which should be simple. The platform should charge more from the side with a higher marginal cost of growing. Okay, marginal cost of growing. If you don't charge that side, okay, if a platform is nice to sellers, saying that I don't charge you anything, okay, come and sell products, then there will be a lot of sellers, and a lot of sellers is going to create you a lot of serving cost. That's not good. On the other hand, if you have a lot of buyers, that's not a big deal because serving buyers are easy. So to give discount, you should give discounts to buyers because even if you have a lot of buyers, it's okay for you. That's what we mean by charge more from the side with higher marginal cost. This is your subsidizer. This is your subsidizee. Okay? So as one more example, social networking sites. Users are subsidized to join a social networking site for free. Who subsidizes them? Advertisers, game developers, and so on and so on and so on. So these are again companies, right? And if you are adding one additional companies making advertisements, making one additional companies writing some games, to serve them, it costs more to serve them than to serve a typical user like you and me. All right? So that's how we explain from the perspective of marginal cost of growing. The third one is considering same-side network externality. Okay? So we all know that as a platform, we are connecting two sides, and within each side, there may be same-side network externality. That's something we are talking about. So when one side exhibits positive same-side network externality, that side, new users would be brought by existing users. Okay, like your Line, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and so on and so on. You use those instant messengers because someone wants you to use that. All right? So new users would be brought in by existing users. Suppose that's the case, then as a platform, you should consider the two sides. You're going to see one side there with strong positive same-side network externality. Okay, strong positive. If that's the case, you don't charge them, right? Because if you don't charge them, they're going to grow to a big size, and that's going to help you a lot. On the contrary, if you have a side where the same-side network externality is positive but weak, okay? If this side is having weak same-side network externality, even if you give them some discounts, it's not so useful because they don't grow by themselves. What's worse is that maybe they have negative same-side network externality. If that's the case, you know it's not going to be growing and growing anymore because when there are already a lot of users here, then no one wants to join afterwards. Then the benefit of giving them discount would be quite limited. All right? So the key here is that to to identify the side that basically would grow by themselves. If they are going to do that, don't charge them, let them grow, and then charge the side that has the lower potential to grow.